we have a 25-year-old global superstar that's going to get on the stage of the most popular and influential basketball brand on the globe.
Luka Doncic, a Los Angeles Laker? Nobody saw that coming. I mean, some called it impossible, but it's as real as it gets. And trust me, this isn't just another trade. This is a league-altering, history-changing move. But here's the real question. How did this actually happen? How did the Mavericks let go of a generational talent? And most importantly, is this the move that finally ends the Lakers' search for the next franchise superstar? Buckle up because I'm about to break down the truth behind Luka's shocking trade to the Lakers and why this might be the greatest move or the biggest mistake of the decade.
How did he do it? He's a rookie, but he's a bad man.
When I'm playing the best, I have fun. I couldn't live without this game.
Step back three!
Yeah, remember when people said Luka was the heart and soul of the Mavs? Well, I thought so too. That's why it was a surprise when this move happened. I mean, it was like a chess move, a game changer, and it came out of nowhere. Or didn't it? See, the signs were there. Luka wasn't happy, and things weren't going smoothly behind the scenes. So when the rumors of potential trade hit the internet, fans laughed it off. No way Dallas is gonna let go of your franchise guy.
And now Hart, the 384th player to take the floor for the Dallas Mavericks in franchise history, Anthony Davis. And he will not be jumping with Şengün. It will be Gafford, but we will start to see what AD in a Maverick uniform and the City Edition uniform today looks like.
But it happened. They let go of your franchise player. And who did they get in return? Before I get to that, let's answer the biggest question. Why on earth did the Mavericks let Luka go? So the Mavericks were losing their mind over Luka's injuries. Now sure, injuries matter. But when a player is dragging your entire franchise on his back when it matters most, how much does it really matter? Honestly, the concerns about his health actually made a little sense, and people were buying it. But before anyone could blink, the narrative suddenly shifted to concerns about his weight. Now, I'm asking myself why his weight is even a concern. And luckily, I wasn't the only one thinking like this. Anthony Edwards said it best. To paraphrase, he said if you can carry your team, your weight shouldn't even be a topic. And I agree with him. But apparently, Dallas disagreed. Now his diet and conditioning were under the microscope. And it starts to feel like he was just the easiest scapegoat for a franchise that couldn't figure things out. But the story doesn't even end there. Somewhere between the injury concerns and weight talk, a new excuse magically appeared. The Mavericks were suddenly worried about Luka's potential Supermax contract. Now, if you're telling me that a franchise in its right mind would be hesitant to pay a generational talent because of injuries and conditioning, I'd almost believe you. I might have been sold on the entire saga until I saw JM's interview. When asked about Luka, he didn't talk about impact, leadership, or value. Instead, he dropped this gem. Luka wasn't lifting the team's culture. Excuse me? What culture? Because last time I checked, Luka was the culture. He was the only reason why Dallas was even relevant in the first place. And to make this saga suspicious, right before the trade, the Mavs had already let go of Luka's favorite in-house staff members. I mean, it's starting to feel way too orchestrated, like the franchise was setting things up for an exit long before the trade talks began. And just when you thought they've reached the end of the excuse list, the Mavericks pulled out their final card, which was defense. And let's be real, Luka is many things. I mean, he's a superstar, a magician with the ball, but I can't really say he's a defensive stopper, can I? So, the Mavs had a choice to keep building around an offensive juggernaut who struggles on defense, or reset with a defensive anchor who fits their new identity. And when the Lakers offered Anthony Davis, one of the best two-way players in the game, Dallas saw their chance to reshape the franchise, and they took it. But AD comes with one big problem: injuries, which is one of the reasons they let Luka go. So I'm struggling to understand how this makes sense. For real, when healthy, AD is a top 5 talent. If he misses time, Dallas would end up worse off than before because there will be no Luka, no leader, and no clear path forward. AD's injury history is like an unwelcomed guest, always showing up at the worst time. And if you're in doubt, let's take a look at what it cost the Lakers. Let's start with the obvious. The 2021 playoffs. The Lakers were up to 2-1 against the Phoenix Suns in the first round, looking like a real threat to defend their 2020 championship. Then, boom, AD goes down with a groin injury in Game 4, and everything crumbles. The Lakers lost 3 straight, got bounced in the first round, and suddenly their championship window looked shaky. Fast forward to 2022. LeBron and AD barely played together due to injuries. The Lakers missed the playoffs entirely, and the season just went by like that. Even in 2023, when the Lakers made a deep run to the Western Conference Finals, Davis's ability was always a concern. He played, but there was always that lingering fear. Is he gonna hold up? You see, why this is a big gamble for Dallas is pretty straightforward. If AD is healthy, they have an elite defender anchor who can still give you 25 and 12 on the other end. But if he's not, they just traded away a generational offensive talent and could be left with a team that's built around, well, a guy sitting on the bench in street clothes. The fans are about to witness another great duo in basketball. Maybe greater than Jordan and Scottie, or even LeBron and Wade. For the first time since joining LA, LeBron has a teammate who can fully run the offense. No more 40-minute nights in year 21. With Luka, the Lakers have a new floor general, their new playmaker, their new everything. But while we have seen how this trade will affect the Lakers and the Mavs, what about the rest of the league? Because, as a matter of fact, they're crumbling. This trade didn't just shake up one team, it changed the entire league. Superstars are watching, teams are panicking, and the balance of power in the NBA has shifted in a big way. Not just the NBA, but even the Western Conference got crazier. As if the West wasn't already an all-out war zone, now we've got Luka and LeBron on the same squad. Good luck stopping that! Before the signing, the Lakers were already a playoff team, sitting at 36-21 and within a striking distance of a top 3 seed in the West. But their biggest issue was offensive inconsistency and over-reliance on the 39-year-old LeBron James. Now, with Luka taking over the primary ball handler, orchestrating plays, and scoring at will, LeBron can conserve energy and focus on efficiency. The Lakers can now maintain their offensive rhythm without him carrying the load every night. Defensively, the Lakers may take a hit with Anthony Davis, but their new strategy is clear. Outscore everyone. So back to the question on everyone's mind. Did the Lakers win this trade? Oh, you already know what I'm about to say. Yes, yes, and yes. I mean, Luka is 26 years old and a top 5 player in the league. And now he's the future of the Lakers. This isn't just a win. This is a straight-up heist. But now it's your turn. Was this a win or an L for Dallas? Did the Lakers just pull off the greatest trade in NBA history? Drop your takes in the comments. And if you thought this trade was wild, just wait until you see the full list of the dumbest trades that have ever happened in NBA history. Click on the video on your screen and prepare to be shocked.